This is the Good Government Show.
Coming from a one-room schoolhouse, I never, we didn't have presidents and student government stuff. So it was kind of interesting that as I got into college, I just blossomed. Turlock, it's the people. Everybody there is like, one of the sayings is, it's the best of the earth, because we're farmers, and the best of each other. I see that you can make a difference, and that matters to me. If I can take something and make it better when I leave, then I've done something right. Government is just basically people taking their thoughts, putting them on paper, and trying to formulate plans and get something done. It's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be pretty. But I don't think people get up every day with the intentions of just being lackadaisical and meeting mediocrity. I think people really want to do well in life.
Accountability. You hear that a lot. Holding our government leaders accountable, tracking the money that government spent, knowing where the money went. For the mayor of Turlock, California, she takes this on as her mandate. Welcome to the Good Government Show. I'm Dave Martin. First, help us share the message of good government by liking us and sharing us where we are on Facebook, X, YouTube, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Please share our show with your friends and review us where you're listening. And join our Good Government Show community. Check out our website for the link. You're about to meet the mayor of Turlock, California. Amy Bublak is the mayor after stints on city council and a career with another police department. She has a long record of public service. Oh, and I should add, she's a college track and field All-American and a medal winner in javelin and shot put. We spent a good deal of time talking about accountability. She said, when people spend the money, they want to know where the money goes. And that accountability, she says, is good government. Another thing that stood out in my conversation with Amy Bublak was there was a vote for a tax increase. She opposed it. But once the people voted for it, she immediately shifted gears and worked to make that new funding work for the city. You'll also hear some strong opinions from the mayor about the differences between local rule and following state directives. So after the break, Turlock Mayor Amy Bublak. Oh, and we talk almonds. She's from California's Central Valley, the agricultural heart of the state. That's coming up next. Engagement. We hear that all the time on the Good Government Show. Getting people involved in ideas, planning, and projects. It makes government more effective, and that's good government. At the Good Government Show, we use our own engagement tool called Our. That's O-U-R. Ourco has created a way to engage people and create a community. Ourco can create an app just for your city, your school, your community. It's an easy way to engage people and get immediate feedback. You get reliable data on what you can translate into action your community agrees on. Here on the Good Government Show, we have our own Ourco created community. Go to our website, goodgovernmentshow.com, and join it. Then you can join the conversation. Weigh in on what makes good government and give us your ideas that can help good government serve all of us. I mean, that's what government's all about. Good government, anyway. Visit Ourco.com. That's OUR.com and learn how they do it. And while you're there, book a demonstration. It was called the War to End All Wars, but it didn't. 3 royal cousins, all kings, one from England, one from Germany, and one from Russia, blundered their way into a war, a completely avoidable war that left millions dead in the trenches across Europe. Good Government Show executive producer Jim Ludlow details the blunders, mistakes, and bluster that started World War I that didn't end all wars. The book, The Royal Cousins, details the events and creates an alternative history. Imagine if World War I never happened. It didn't have to. Just read it yourself. Download the book today on Amazon. It's just 99 cents and a timely look at history. Welcome, Amy Bublak, to the Good Government Show. You are the mayor of Turlock, California.
Yes, I am.
Happy to have you. How are things? How are things in Turlock?
Things are wonderful in Turlock.
Wonderful in Turlock. Everything's great. No problems?
Well, there's always problems, but for the most part, for the state, this city is holding its own financially, so I'm happy.
We talked a little bit. We just met. We're here at the Conference of Mayors.
Sure.
And you talked a little bit about accountability.
Sure.
And I wanted to explore that subject with you a little bit. You people talk about accountability and what does it mean? What does it mean to you, and how does it make a difference when you're the mayor of a city, to hold everyone accountable and for them to hold you accountable?
Well, it's an ongoing task, but you have to set specific metrics to achieve. Otherwise, you don't know if you did achieve them. You might not get them all, but it's important to have some fundamentals, like system of where you're going and how you're going to get there. so that people see that you've done it. And if you just say, yeah, I gave money to X and yeah, I gave it, that's not really going to make anybody feel like they did a good job.
So what do you do, and what have you implemented, and how have you increased your accountability in your city?
Well, for over 30, 40 years, we've never done roads. We've just done like one a year. And now we're doing 25 to 30 a year. And so it's just
25 to 30 roads.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're just taking on a measurement of scale to get everything done and start to plan for the future, and even to the point of having maintenance in the future so that you don't have to go back to waiting 40 years and have a road fixed again.
Is it something as simple as just, maintenance logs? I mean, that were maintained that are now?
No, it was a matter of putting funding. We didn't
Okay.
put money into things that, as money gets tight, you choose what you're going to put money on.
Right,
And so
of
when
course.
I got in, I was fortunate enough to have a tax come forward. And so we were able to get full staffing for police and fire, which is the first time in my 16 years,
Okay.
which is huge.
All right.
And we also have money that we put 50% of all that tax goes to roads until we get them completed. And that to me is huge, because that's all you ever hear about. Knock on a door, when are you fixing my road?
Right. Is that the number one issue in your city?
It was.
Okay.
I mean, it changes now. I'd say it's homelessness.
Well, stick with roads for just a moment.
Sure.
How were you able to find the money, to divert the money, allot the money, so that you could, you said you increased from 2 roads to 25 new roads.
Right.
How were you able to do that?
So there was a tax that was passed.
Okay.
And from that tax,
Very popular, I'm sure.
Actually, I opposed it. No, I just didn't vote for it.
right.
I don't stand on any, big soapbox and tell people don't vote for it, but it's up to the people. It was during COVID. I thought that was a difficult ask, but
Okay.
the public wanted it.
All right.
And so for that, we said it's a general tax, but our intentions are public safety, parks, and roads.
So a bit of a lesson here, a teachable moment, I guess.
Sure.
A bill passed that you weren't excited about,
Right?
but then once it did pass, it sounds like you jumped in with both feet and said, okay, here we go.
Right. It's my job. I'm now responsible. So for accountability, we have a group of people that look at it on a periodic, like 4 times a year,
Yes.
to make sure that we're actually using the money towards what we said. Even though it's not a specific tax, I want the people to know that we're doing what they asked us to do.
But they held you accountable by the vote.
Absolutely.
And then you stepped up to the plate and were accountable and did what you're supposed
Crazy,
to do.
right? Yeah.
Sometimes it is. Was it hard to set up and manage a program that you initially weren't behind? And once you started getting into it, where did you see the value?
Not at all. I mean, I knew what the public wanted because I'd been on council for many, many years. And so just a matter of taking what the public had been told we were going to do with it and putting that into some significant format so that we were going to put that money. I had 2 colleagues who backed my play as far as 50% of that money is going to the roads until we get them all done.
Was there ever a moment when you said, geez, I got to do this? All right, fine.
Not at all.
No?
No. It's the taxpayers' money. It's not my money.
Well, that sounds like good government.
I think so. Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
One of the things that we discussed before we turned the mics on was that you spent 23 years as a police officer.
I did. Yes.
Yes. So your whole career has been public service.
Yes. Yeah. Who'd have thunk?
Now you can't see this, but you just looked at me with like a questioning furrowed brow, I guess is the best word. Like, I did?
Wow. I didn't do the math until now. Thanks.
Sorry. Which is amazing for someone only 29 years old.
Yeah,
Well done.
I know, right?
Exactly. Did you envision a career in public service? Did you think this was what you would always be doing? Like, working for and serving your city, state, country,
No,
people?
it always was one person kind of just mumbling to me, you should do this. And I kept getting into leadership that way. Coming from a 1-room schoolhouse, I never, we didn't have presidents and student government stuff. So it was kind of interesting that as I got into college, I just blossomed.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to CSU Stanislaus in Turlock, California.
Which is right where you are.
Right.
All right. What made you decide to become a police officer?
I was getting shot at I was on the ambulance.
You were getting shot. Oh, you were.
Because you're saving people, right?
Right.
And so the cops would say, well, you can shoot back. And I thought I could be safer doing that. Right. That makes sense.
So your first job was working in an ambulance.
Correct.
All right.
In the same area.
For the county, for the city?
It was for Contra Costa County.
Okay. Yeah. So amazing how much more public service you've gotten in
Stop it.
In your few years leading up to 29. So from there, you went to become a police officer.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah.
What would you say to someone who wanted to be a police officer today?
It's an amazing profession. But if you're going to do it, get in a high violent area so you really get to learn everything. There's nothing you gain by playing it safe. Get in, get the skill set that you need, and then go wherever you want to for your retirement mode.
So what did you learn kicking in doors and throwing people on the ground?
I throw them. They threw themselves on the ground. I learned how to talk to people. I mean, you're always, I think I'm a pretty strong person, but I'm not as strong as men. So I knew that I had to have a gift of gab to get them in handcuffs.
Did it work?
Oh, yes.
And you became a detective, you said?
Yeah.
All right.
That was fun.
Tell me about a case that you solved that was unsolvable.
Oh, shoot. I don't know.
Did you work cold
that.
Case stuff?
No, usually not. Richmond had so many cases going one by one that it just kept happening. So you didn't really ever clean up on aisle one. You just were thrown into calls, right? So I was cross-trained ATF, so we got to do both U.S. government and penal code stuff. So it was just a great opportunity.
So tell me about Turlock. You're in the Central Valley?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of California?
Yes.
This is where they grow most of the food, fruits and vegetables we eat year round, right?
Yes.
Yes, I do, a little bit.
Blue Diamond kind of takes all our almonds from that general area. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a great recipe for, almond cake or something?
I can't cook. I burn Pop-Tarts. It's bad.
I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. So what are you dealing with?
Water. We have a surface water treatment plant that just opened up about a year ago, and we share it with another city. Okay. And so it's just difficulty because a lot of our water gets sent away from us. We only get a certain amount. So it's a matter of getting people to keep cutting back, even though where the water's going, they're not necessarily cutting back as much as us because we're agricultural. We want to make sure we're taken care of.
Well, yes. How do you manage that when you're trying to convince people, if I have this correctly, to conserve their water for someone else? Right.
Well, I don't think we have the platform for that. It's a little higher than us. It's usually so we get frustrated and talk amongst ourselves, but we do what we can. Metering, we started early on, and so we never got credit for it. We have also a sewer that we change water into potable water so that we can send it to areas to use for their trees and such.
Okay.
It's good.
Tell me one great thing about Turlock.
Turlock, it's the people. Everybody there, it's like one of the sayings is it's the best of the earth because we're farmers and the best of each other.
Oh, nice. You have a lot of migrant workers, do you not?
I don't think there's as many as one would think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has it been an issue yet?
Not yet.
Okay. So that was the easy part.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're going to get to the hard part.
Let's do it.
All right. We have something called the Good Government Show questionnaire.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you some questions about your true thoughts on government.
All right.
These are difficult times. And if you believe in justice, progress, and democracy, the news you read and listen to can be pretty depressing. And that's why there's a new podcast called Good News for Lefties and America. Every day it features positive news stories for progressive listeners. Because no matter how disturbing the headlines might be, there's always hope we can build on for a better tomorrow. Good News for Lefties and America. Listen on this platform at goodnewsforlefties.com or wherever podcasts are heard.
After you get done with this episode, hear more good government stories with our friends at How to Really Run a City. Former mayors Kasim Reed of Atlanta and Michael Nutter of Philadelphia, and their co-host, journalist and author Larry Platt, talk with guests and other mayors about how to really get stuff done in cities around the nation. Check them out where you're listening now or through their nonprofit news site, thephiladelphiacitizen.org/podcasts. Define good government.
It's letting the local governments handle their business and not have the larger government trying to tell you what to do. when they don't know what you need.
Can you talk about that and can you make them understand?
Sure. I mean, I would.
Because you're a good talker. You're a cop.
Yeah, right. I got you in handcuffs already. So recently we have a homeless.
Handcuffs. Go ahead.
Yeah. We have a homeless issue, and it's a matter of saying each area can handle it differently. The state shouldn't tell each city how to handle their homeless or their homeless shelters and how they achieve their goals. But we're told this is government, this is a state, you do it as we should.
When people are frustrated with government, what should they do?
I think they should speak up, but they don't typically know who's doing what. So, often people come and complain to us about education. We don't do education.
Okay.
So it's defining what we do and what is somebody else's role. And it's not to pass the buck, but if you stay in your lane, you don't have as many unfunded mandates and you do a better job.
Okay. So just speak up. And,
sure.
And I guess a little bit, a corollary to that is, learn if you're complaining to the right place.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. We talked about this a little bit, but what drew you to public service? I mean, you could have worked in ambulance anywhere. You could have done other things.
Yeah.
What drew you to public service? Now, I mean, obviously for the money.
Yeah. $500 stipend a month before taxes. I see that you can make a difference, and that matters to me. If I can take something and make it better when I leave, then I've done something right.
There are other ways to do that, though, than in public service.
You're kidding me. Now you tell me?
Yes. Sorry, I should have called you sooner.
Yeah, I wish.
Yes. But what made you, what made you do it? What made you stay in it?
I think my background as a police officer gave me the understanding of how you can deal with people, take emotion out, and solve problems. And so I think it's just a perfect match for me.
So you were a police officer, now you're the mayor. Do you hire the police chief?
No, our city manager does. But I love our guy. He's a great he's just a great attribute for our community.
Did you work together on the force?
No.
No?
You can't work in the city you are. So I worked outside of Turlock. I was never a Turlock.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Because you don't have to run around and see your old partner and go, I'm there.
I know what they're doing. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So who inspires you? What inspires you now in public service?
I'm kind of a individual person. We have 60 churches. I go to all 60 churches, my husband and I, just so that we can be with people. This interaction with people inspires me. And I feel as if the one-on-ones are so much better for me than when, the group hysteria gets out there. You don't really know if you're making a difference or if you're doing the right thing.
Okay. Was there anyone, like when you point to, like when you decided to run for mayor, was there some person where you said, oh, this is the person that's doing it for me? I like what they're doing.
No, I got mad. I just got mad at who was doing it and I ran. It was silly, but.
Well, did it work out?
It did.
Okay. Did you ever see yourself running for office?
Oh my gosh, no. Having come from a one-room schoolhouse, graduating 8th grade, 12 people, I didn't really...
Now, you've said this twice.
I'm a small town girl. I don't really...
One-room schoolhouse,
yes,
really?
Latrobe, California. Look it up.
Okay.
Is it nothing?
Latrobe, California.
Correct.
Google that, folks.
Yeah.
It was like for how many years was it a one-room schoolhouse?
It's a K through 8. When I graduated, 12 people in 8th grade, they had taken the library and put it in, like, to put K through 3 and 4 through 8 with the teacher principal handling it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what it is now.
But you really did go to a one-room schoolhouse?
I really did.
Wow.
We had a farmer phone where you pick it up and other people could be on the phone. You could answer it anywhere with a different ring. It's just out. And who would think, right?
How big was your high school?
Like 300 people.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You were overwhelmed.
Yes. Turlock is a metropolitan to me, right? It's so huge.
Okay.
But I loved it. I came for college. People I got adopted into so many families there. I came there not knowing a soul, and I wanted to give back.
So you retired from the police department. You could have, retired and just collected your pension and all that. What made you decide to run for office, to get into politics, get into government?
Well, I was already on council by then, so
Okay.
when I retired, it was like, okay, well, let me see if I'm good at this. And COVID didn't help, but I got through it. And
So who made you mad?
it was a mayor. I was a council member. They were mayor,
Yeah.
and they didn't like the way they were treating people.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said I could do better,
I did.
which is exactly what you said before. When you said get involved.
Yeah.
You did exactly what you said. Told other people to do.
Kind of a woman of my word.
All right. And do you still talk to the former mayor from time to time?
No, I texted and invited him to something, and he didn't answer. So
You're not good
I
pals.
don't think we're good.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry to hear that.
It is bad.
So you said you were city council. You were a police officer before that. You've been mayor, I think you said 6 years now?
Yeah.
Okay. What would you like people to know about government?
Government is just basically people taking their thoughts, putting them on paper, and trying to formulate plans and get something done. It's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be pretty. But I don't think people get up every day with the intentions of just being lackadaisical and meeting mediocrity. I think people really want to do well in life.
All right. What's the best part of the job?
The people. I just love meeting the people all the time. I go to everything. I mean, I put full-time job into it, and I don't. I mean, I'm not getting paid for it, but the people are just amazing.
And do they like you?
I think they do.
Yeah.
The majority. I mean, I keep getting elected. That's how you know.
You can't make everyone happy.
Never.
Well, how do you know if you're doing a good job between elections? Like, how do you know? And is there something you think about where you go, yeah, I did a good job, or nah, I messed that one up?
I'm going to enough events that I'm getting feedback constantly. I speak at the normal service clubs, but I'm also trying to make sure I make contact with people at whatever their events are, so that I hear.
Does it take you forever to get out of the grocery store?
Yes. My husband shops.
Does that for real?
Yeah.
I was talking with a county commissioner one time, and he said his wife will not let him go to the hardware store anymore. Similar problem?
It's not a problem, but yeah, I mean, sometimes you're just like, I'm not dressed for this, or I'm not having the best day. So go ahead, you go.
Oh. So there's no day where you just put on sweatpants and a baseball hat and go, I'm just going to run out?
Only if I'm going to go work out with somebody.
All right, good. So if they see you in a baseball hat and sweatpants, you're on the move.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. So what keeps you up at night?
Really? Nothing.
Nothing?
I let everything settle where it's going to be and handle it the next day. I don't lose
There's
sleep.
nothing you stress over?
No.
Nothing?
No, not
Okay.
usually.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you're unique then.
I guess.
Okay. So Turlock, Central Valley of California, I have never been there. If I were to come out, what's the thing that I must have? What must I sample from the Central Valley of Turlock? What's the dish? What do we have?
So we have a place that Lefties is a restaurant, and so George Bush Sr. had gone there, and they have a chair with his name on it.
All right.
But the pie is pretty amazing there.
Okay.
But there's actually less about the food. There's a place called Jessica's House.
Okay.
And it's for all different age groups of grieving. And they'll put you in, like, if you lost somebody and you were at their bedside and you never said what you needed to, and it's been just eating you up as a kid or adult. And there's just a big 2-story house that they built for this. And it's just phenomenal. Like, this other room upstairs, they have a time machine. So you can put it back to when somebody passed and you didn't get to say what you wanted to.
Wow.
And it's just a really neat thing, which comes back to what Turlock's so special about. Everybody helps everybody.
Okay. All right. But pie. If I'm dining, you've got the place to go.
Yeah.
We'll
Pie and donuts, right? I mean, I was a cop, right? Now you know my weakness.
All right. And what pie are we having?
Boysenberry.
Boysenberry.
Yeah.
What do they grow the most of there?
Oh, it's almonds, but yeah. Almonds and peaches are probably the biggest. The off-season of almonds is peaches.
But you don't cook, so I'm not going to ask you for your peach recipe.
Sorry. No, I got nothing.
That's okay. What do you do for fun?
I work out. I train for the World Police and Fire Games.
Oh, and how do you do?
2 gold medals, 2 world records.
Well, okay. You bury the lead.
Yeah, right.
What are your gold records in?
Javelin and shot put.
Really?
Yeah.
And what's your distance?
I don't even know.
How does it compare to, like Olympic athletes?
Oh, shoot. That was me a long time ago.
Okay.
Now I'm just an old lady trying to stay in shape and beat everybody else.
And do you compete in the police and fire?
I did 2 years ago, and I will next summer.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So you're training hard.
Of course.
So if they do see you in sweatpants, do not slow you down.
Yeah.
There's work to be done here. So this is the Good Government Show. We always bring it back to good government.
Sure.
Tell me a good government project in Turlock that you're especially proud of.
I would say that it's probably, and nothing to do with me, but I would say that it's probably our sewer center. So it is a regional, and like the country of Turkey came to see how we did it.
Yeah.
And it's just a phenomenal thing. We have like the best lab people in the area, probably in the state. And it's not something people want to talk about a poo plant, but it's something that we do really well, and it's something that everybody needs done.
Yes, they do.
When you flush your toilet, you want to make sure it's done.
Well, it's one of those things that is not glamorous, and it's not something anybody talks about. But when you come mayor, someone says, we need a new, sewage treatment plant. And you go, huh?
Divester. What's that?
What? And all of a sudden, 6 months later, you could have a conversation about sewage with the best of them.
Right. Friability of land. I've learned many things in my career now.
Okay. Starting with sewage treatment.
Yes, definitely
All
sewage.
Right. Amy Bublak, the mayor of Turlock, California. It was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Enjoy the peach pie.
You bet it. Thank you.
Want to hear more about good government? Check out another show I host, Leading Iowa, Good Government in Iowa Cities. I host the show with Brad Kavanaugh, mayor of Dubuque, Iowa, and the immediate past president of the Iowa League of Cities. Together, we talk to leaders in Iowa cities. We talk about what works and what good government looks like in Iowa. Join us right here where you're listening now. That's Leading Iowa, Good Government in Iowa Cities. It's not my money, it's the people's money, says Turlock, California Mayor Amy Bublak. That's exactly what you want to hear from the mayor. And it's the people. Mayor Bublak mentioned time and again going to church, attending city events, meeting people. She says she gets immediate feedback from the people of her city, and she says meeting her citizens and talking to them is what makes the job fun for her. We'd like a mayor that's out and about and always ready to talk about what's going on in the city. And good luck to the mayor in her next competition. Throwing a shot put, it's not easy. Well, that's our show. Thanks for listening. Please like us and share us with your friends and review us right here where you're listening. And check out our website, goodgovernmentshow.com, for extras. Help us keep telling stories of good government in action everywhere. Join us again for another episode right here. I'm Dave Martin, and this is The Good Government Show. The Good Government Show is a Valley Park production. Jim Ludlow, Dave Martin, that's me, and David Snyder are the executive producers. Our show is edited and produced by Jason Stershic. Please subscribe, then share us, and like us and review us. That's the best way to make sure we're able to keep telling these stories of our government working for all of us. Then listen to the next episode of The Good Government Show.